Hello farmers, welcome back to the Pacific Northwest. Yes, a busy Pacific Northwest. Kind of pretty much where we left off last episode, other than some workers have been moving around. We're done, well, Mrs. Fred is done spreading some lime around, so now she's going to come over here. I'm going to set her up here in just a moment because, well, weeds. Yes, weeds. Not quite taking over this entire field just yet, but we'll get her kind of set up. We'll put that on down. Let's go ahead and tell her what course she needs to drive. Pretty much auto steer would take over for her. This is field number 3. I want to go around twice. And of course, let's reduce the working width. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and kind of get her, I don't want to say started. I guess she can go ahead and do the field. And at the end, I can probably go ahead and take care of that last trip. It won't be too hard. Let's get her started. There you go, Mrs. Fred. You got it? I think she is... No, Mrs. Fred, where are you going? I got you on next closest waypoint. Let's put you on first waypoint. How about that? I thought she would have known. Actually, it's not her fault. The computer would take over anyway, so it's all my fault. Alright, so she is weeding up here. Fred is going ahead and he is seeding along here. I'm hoping he can get ahead of the weeds and just get... I just want this field to get done seeded before the weeds get all the way in there. The other fields, not so much. We get there when we get there. Let's hop in our Volvo truck because the Rasta Mash is full once again and again and again, which is good. That just means canola. And we'll just stick it into the silo and hope for a good price. As for the lower plateau, we are still harvesting cotton, although we're getting pretty close to being done down there for harvesting cotton. I have already brought in over 6 cotton modules at 40,000 liters apiece, so that's 240,000 liters of cotton is in our storage area. I don't have a garage or anything, it's just out there in the field. The quad track is over there doing his thing. Let's take a peek down to lower plateau to see what's going on. Yeah, the T8 is done seeding this field, 2930. He's now seeding field 31 with soybean. John Deere is doing the same. He got done fertilizing this field, now he's seeding it. The quad track, like I said, he's taking care of the cotton stocks, and that's how much more we got with the cotton to harvest. If we jump on down here, just make sure I got all the modules off. That's what I'm looking for. So, yeah, so far 6 modules off the field, and you can see we're going to get a 7th. So that's pretty darn good. While that is going on, I was looking at some prices, and I was thinking it would be really good if we can somehow afford a Class Lexion today. Maybe the Rasta Mash is on its last field for harvest. I need another $220,000. Yeah, so where am I going to get it? I was looking at the price of wine, and we know our wine is we always got a good supply of wine. Even though we just sold it a little while ago, I think I may have a trailer load. So, you know, let's get started and try to find some cash around here. Actually, it looks like this is already full, so it's kind of good that I'm coming down here to take care of this. Let's go ahead and do select pallets, turn on. Also, we have some wheat that we could be selling at the bakery. The price probably hasn't changed much since we were last year because we're running only at 1 times the speed. And I think it's only been about 20 minutes. I've recorded these this episode, last episode back to back. So it's been like 20 minutes just running, moving things around, a lot of jumping around. That's something you guys probably don't like seeing too much of. Just seeing me jump around from vehicle to vehicle really fast. I mean, I know I do it fast enough as it is sometimes in the video, but I mean, I was doing it really fast. It's jumping around. All right, so yeah, we're looking for another $220,000. And the price is not really good, but it's not bad. It's like an okay price. So yeah, like I said, I would like to get the Class Lexion today. Not that we need it today, but it would just be good just to get that bought out of the way. Now, I would like to buy it before I sell the Masher, because I can sell the Masher and the header probably for a total of like 70 grand, somewhere in there. Maybe not 70 grand, maybe more like 60. So I could get some cash from that, but let's see how far we can get here. Let's go ahead and unload that, and that will sell really, really fast. Except for that part right there. Ooh, 108,000. Hello. Yeah, let's go ahead and sell the rest of that. Another 100 grand is all we need. All right, so how are the grapes looking for pricing? The grapes, 1,000 at the Timberline Flour Mill. Well, you know what we're doing next. It's going to give us probably just short, but the good news is, just by selling the grapes, it's going to get us there pretty much. I'm pretty sure I can find something else to sell around here, like the wheat. The wheat that we put in storage right behind us in that silo. Put a whole bunch. Oh, I also did take care of the horses as well. They got their straw, so we're all set there. But this is good news. We can afford a Class Lexion, and then I can sell the masher and get some cash, enough to go ahead and have enough money at midnight to pay off the horse helper and the loan. The loan interest, I should say. Oh, we actually got a good amount of grapes here. A good amount of grapes. Somebody was finished working. Who's done finished working? I saw somebody was done. Oh, the T8. Well, you know what, T8? Let's go ahead and put you on cotton. And let's get you started on planting the cotton. Get it planted today instead of wasting like 12 hours or so. And start planting tomorrow morning. That'll waste 12 hours. This field is ready to be seeded. So let's get this up and going. So yeah, I mean, I am taking a little bit of a hit on switching combines over money-wise, and we could, you know, be paying maybe a couple $100,000 off the loan. But you know what? You need to buy yourself things once in a while. We haven't really bought nothing here for a while. Fertilizer and cotton. Just want to make sure we're all set. Obviously, he's not going to get too far, but that's fine. And how are we doing elsewhere? You're moving. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get caught up with weeds in this field here. It's going to look a little weird, but it is what it is. Let's get back to what we really wanted to do. Oh, yeah, every time. Autoloader. This autoloader right here, yeah, it's a little finicky sometimes when you transfer to something else. Sometimes the autoloader shuts off and everything falls off. To the Timberline Flour Mill to sell 80. We're going to get $80,000 from this. We got to come back to get the rest of the wine. That may do it right there. And arriving at the Timberline Flour Mill, like I said, should just get this over $80,000 for this. Let's go ahead and unload the grapes. 70. All right, maybe one of those pallets weren't a full one, which is fine. I tend to do that, but okay, another 20 grand, which we should be able to do. So I'll go down and get the rest of those grapes after I take care of the Rosla masher. It is full once again. Getting a little excited knowing I'm going to have a new toy to play with here in just a few moments. Actually, I didn't realize I had that many grapes down there when I first said, oh, the grapes are $1,000 per. I might have enough to go ahead and get the combine. I did not know I had that many grapes down there, which is good news for us. Because not only will I have enough to buy the combine, I think I'll be sitting pretty good by the time I sell the other combine. All right, go ahead and do that. And sell those. Getting us up to 530. Let's just dive right in there. Pretty simple. Let's come on down here. It's the Lexion. No, we're going with the Michelin wheels just to get a little bit wider. No, sorry, Michelin. Wide tires for an extra 2,000. No, I said Michelin. Come on, Michelin's. Wide tires. Thank you. GPS. No, I don't require GPS. I'm getting pretty darn good at driving without GPS. 18,000 liter capacity, all that fun stuff. But let's just go ahead and purchase that. Thank you. Bring our money down to 38,000, which is fine. We're more than fine for paying off things by the end of the day. Especially after I sell the masher. Yes, we're almost done weeding that field, and unfortunately, yeah, the weeds have encroached far enough on that field to where I'm probably going to have to weed it twice. So sadly, in a way, this is the masher's last field. I should mention I've already sold the corn/sunflower header for the masher in between episodes as well. Just trying to make sure to see how much money I needed. And we'll let that unload there. Let's just go ahead and grab the combine. And this combine is becoming pretty popular on this channel. It used to be the CR1090 was my favorite, and now this combine has pulled forward. Let's see, I used it on Hazard County, and I've been using it on No Man's Land. And now we're using it here. I was thinking about this combine or another. I had another combine in mind. Who reached the end trigger point? Wait, where are we done? Oh, that's Mrs. Fred. Mrs. Fred is done. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, she can just park there for now. Alright, let's jump back into the combine. It's down here somewhere. Where were we? Oh, we made it that far already? Perfect. We're driving over here to grab the corn / sunflower header to head up to the northern plateau. Like I said, we already have one down here for the CR1090. I hope it works. I think it will. I'm trying to remember what setup I had on Hazard County, if I use this header on it or not. I think it'll work. Anyways, we'll grab it, bring it on up. We'll find out shortly because we do have a sunflower field I do believe is ready for harvest, the field that we bought. I think it's field 10, something like that. Anyways, let me grab this header and yep, we'll put this combine right to use. This combine definitely has a horsepower. I think I saw was like 760, 780, something like that for horsepower. Going up the hill, we're not even losing any speed. I know we're not carrying any load on here, but we do have a big corn header on the front and a header trailer on the back. But going up the hill, not an issue. We're going to drop the corn / sunflower header in the yard because I'm going to want to repaint this. It's going to have the New Holland colors on it. Since it's going to have mostly be up here, I think we'll have to go ahead and change the colors on it. Let me just go ahead and park it right up here for now. I don't want to put it into the shed and take care of it later because the masher and that header needs to go in there to be sold. So the only thing I'm going to have to get used to up here now with this thing is with the masher, I used to be able to drive around with a header on the front from field to field. This header being a little bit wider might be an issue doing that in some areas. Alright, let me go ahead and fold that up. Let's go ahead and unfold this. And of course, need to go unload that. And I probably need to go unload the trailer because once I get the Lexion going, yeah, we're going to be filling up pretty darn good. So it might be a late night for Fred because I like to keep all these fields in sync. The only fields I may not keep in sync are the ones right across the way because it looks like those sunflowers are not turned yet. But if it's going to grow with the weeds as well, then we may have no problem. It may go ahead and turn over for us. All right, so I can let that fill up and because it's not going to take us long. Oops, that was still running. Let's go ahead and harvest this field in a millisecond. This is what we got the combine for, this field right here. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's for the other fields really, but it's nothing to make quick work of this field for sure, and the other one, and also field number 4. Part of me is actually thinking, although I already sold the sunflower / corn header, should I keep the masher around just to do double the harvest up here and get it done really quick? Nah, we'll just go ahead and sell it. Now, I have said it many times, I don't want to sell things just to earn cash on this map. That is true, unless we upgrade equipment. So I do have like a couple of pieces of equipment that we don't ever really use, which is like we have a baling trailer that we don't use. We also have a trailer to pick up the cotton modules. We don't use that anymore, but I haven't sold them. They're still sitting in there. It's not like we upgraded them. We just got a different flatbed. I guess you can consider it an upgrade. I could sell those things, but you know, I'm trying to keep it to where we're actually earning all the cash all the time. That actually looks like that field behind us has canola in it. Wonder how much that field goes for, because at this point, obviously, if I make any more cash today, it's not going to be enough to really want me to pay off the loan, but I could maybe buy the field behind us if it's not too expensive. The question is where, I mean, selling the combine and the header is going to get me maybe like 60 grand, so I guess we have to 100. If that field is, say, like 120, then maybe. I love how this combine just like turns on a dime, really. And I would believe that was Frank that is done, finished seeding that field. We'll have to get Mrs. Frank over to weed that field, and when the weeds come back again, there'll be a small section of that field that we'll have to do, and maybe we'll do it ourselves. Now that field might be a little bit more expensive than I thought because it's got trees and stuff on it, so it could be a little bit pricey. So as of right now, as we're harvesting this field, like the Rostel mash would have to stop because I would have to unload it. But with Alexi in, we can keep on going. Well, I was thinking I can get the whole field in here, but not quite, so no sense in trying to stretch it. Let's go ahead and park that there. Let's go up here and tell Frank he can kind of take a few minute breather here. We'll turn him off. Let's get our Volvo truck, which I'm surprised the engine was still running. Apparently it didn't go far enough away. And yeah, let's just go ahead and unload this here because I can only take like 12,000 liters. So might as well go on in, and yep, the Rostel mash needs to unload again. Maybe while this is unloading, we'll have a quick look at that field. And see how much it goes for. Land. 183. Oh, I got to buy field 23 and 24. All right. Well, that's I need like another 150 grand. So that's going to be kind of pushing it a little bit, I think. Yeah. I know the RSM 161 needs to be unloaded. We'll get there. How are we doing in the lower plateau? Oh, the John Deere is done. And that's good. Looks like the module harvester, he's almost done. And the quad track is almost there to get done. So then I can move the John Deere and he can start seeding from the south end to the north. It's all coming together. So even though, in a way, we are making money today. I just happen to spend $500,000 of it. We're still making money in a way that, even though I'm not selling the product like the cotton, it's over there. We're harvesting canola, putting that into storage. It's here. I was wondering if that trigger was going to be too far away for the pipe to see it, but looks like it's got no issues whatsoever. So these fields over here might be ready tomorrow afternoon. These fields are all looking good. I'll have to take care of the John Deere. I'll have to weed that probably in the morning. It'll be fine. Hopefully it'll be fine. We're getting a lot of fields up here though. A lot. You're still unloading, huh? Yeah, it's just about done. All right, let's go get the masher and get that one done. So actually, I mean, less than 200,000 to buy the field right here. That is not that bad for those two fields. And then we got just basically the fields in the northwest, which seems kind of fitting. I did not do it on purpose. That most of the fields in the northwestern part of the map I have not bought, being that we're on the Pacific Northwest. It just happened to be that way. Now, the other thing I could do, and while we're unloading this, let's take a quick look at something. Let's go to my garage, and the class tractor that we have, what's the horsepower on that? That horsepower is 445 for this beauty. And the reason why I'm talking about that, because been thinking about maybe upgrading the seed drill up here. to this one right here, which requires, these are the two we have down in Lower Plateau. They do require 420 horsepower. Now, it's not like down there where it's all flat land. Up here, we got hills. So that could be a little bit of an issue. So yeah, we'd be going from a, what size drill are those? So currently we have, the Pronto is a 9, and these are 16? 14.4. Just trying to help everyone out up here. No, I don't want to be in the header. I want to be in, no, I don't want to do that either. Whole bunch of wrong buttons. There we go. Pipe in. Tank is empty. That's got to be the T8. Must be empty of fertilizer and seed, or one of the two. I'll take care of him in a little while. We're having too much fun up here taking care of all this mess. I don't want to call it a mess. It's actually kind of beautiful. It's crop ready for harvest. So the things that we currently got to keep our eye on for prices, eggs are not a bad thing to keep our eye on right now because we're starting to get a decent amount of eggs. I think if the price gets back over 3,000 again, we'll sell that. We have over 500,000 liters of eggs, milk last time I checked. What are we actually up to on milk? 533. And in another hour, I think we'll get another 30,000 liters of milk. At 6 and 6 is when we get in the milk. Of course, we got the cotton. That price was really good, as we know, just a couple days ago. Or actually, a day ago in-game. To see that price get that high again really soon, probably not that lucky. Sneak into here. We'll harvest this field together, probably wrap up the episode, and the rest of the evening I'll probably just do off cam. I'm hoping that sunflower field is ready for harvest sometime tonight, so I can seed everything around here. Actually, no, because we need to merge the fields and put lime down, and I think we'll do that together. So probably this field right here that I'm harvesting and the field next to it won't get seeded today. It'll be in the next rotation. So we'll take our time and get these fields done properly. But I have this field to harvest, and I have field number 4 in the northwest to harvest. And money-wise, we'll do fine because we do have property income. So we do have another 5 hours to midnight. So I don't know how much we actually earn an hour. What do I say we're earning a day? Like 54,000. So we're getting like $2,000 an hour in property income. So another 5 hours from now, I'll have an extra, well, $10,000. I should get next 5 hours, which is enough. Plus, we're going to sell the masher and the header. Actually, we'll harvest this field and we'll wait for the masher to get done, and we'll sell the masher and the header and see what we get for it. Well, while I'm waiting for the masher up there to finish, come on down here to our cotton field. It's not a full module, but it's full enough. I just want to get it out. That's where our weird prices come from sometimes when I sell these modules. Put that on down there. Fold that back up. The quad track is doing what he needs to do. Let's get the John Deere up to, which seems weird, the south end. Oh, better make sure I switch this over. Yep, got some cotton in it. Won't get too far, but we'll get enough done. Not sure what the quad track is doing at this current time, because as far as I'm concerned, he's done. And you can start. Let me go ahead and grab this. I don't know what you're doing. No, I don't need that. I need to do this. The only thing I can think of is down at this end, the cotton module harvester was still in the field when it finished, and I guess the helper kind of moved them out of the way. There are a few cotton stocks down here, so we'll dip on down here. Oh, wow. I need some fuel in this thing, don't I? That would have been that'd be really embarrassing. Because I don't really have a fuel tanker. Let's go ahead and drop this down. Alright, I'm going to fold this back up, and I'm going to bring the quad track back to the other side where it will be used next. And I'm going to go fill up right now. We're just waiting for the Rasta mash to get done harvesting, so I can bring it on back. Oh, I need to get the T8 up and going as well. So let me go get all this stuff done here, and yeah, hopefully next time I see it, we'll be dealing with the Rasta mash. It's almost done, and we'll sell that just to get some money back on our purchases today. Well, not quite back up to the masher, but got everything kind of moved around where it needs to be. It cost me like $7 grand for seed and fertilizer. Now it's going to cost me a little bit in fuel to fuel up the quad track. I don't know how big of a tank it's got, but it's going to take some fuel for darn sure. So the John Deere's doing his thing. The T8 is doing his thing. I hope the T8 doesn't cross over here. I'll have to keep my eye on that. Meanwhile, you can see the quad track. Yeah, the quad track. The Rasta mash is almost done. I need to grab this because the Class Lexion is full. I'm waiting to see how much fuel the quad track is going to take. So yeah, the last few episodes we bought a few toys, bought another swapped out trailers in a way. I did lose about $10,000 in the process by swapping them out. So about $1,000 worth of fuel into the quad track. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping the sunflowers are ready for harvest tonight and sometime soon. Because then maybe next episode we can convert this field, plow it and merge these fields together and get this planted tonight and keep it in sequence. If not, then we'll just wait until the next sequence comes around. And it's not going to take me long to zip this field out. We'll get this field done. Like I said, I'll take care of field number 4 later on. Right now we're just waiting for the masher. Well, I just finished taking the masher around the field, collecting the scraps that were left behind. Extra 1,000 liters that were left on the corners. Not quite over the trailer, I suppose. Alright, let's head on to the repair shop where I should be able to sell the vehicle. I think I have to repair it first before I can sell it, though. Selling it at a repair station is equal to bring it down to the store. What do you get? Like, is it 6% more by bringing it to a store or something like that? Let's go ahead and getting the header in there might be tricky. I may have to use my special powers to get it in there. I think that's the way I'll do it. Let's back this in on here like so. Maybe I can get it in the trigger by doing it this way. I'm not too sure. Let's go to here. Okay, I can't sell it, so repair it for $199. Yes. Sell that. Yes, please. It's gone. Oh, and the header is in here, so yeah, you got to repair it first. For $84, we can do that and sell that for $12,000. All right, so not. I mean, we got what? They're just under 30. Well, just about 60 grand for that. So, kind of what I expected, in a way. But that does give us enough cash to cover our costs for midnight. But anyways, we do have a new combine up here. That should speed up the process. Definitely for sure. How are we doing in the lower plateau? How are those two getting along? Yeah, they're getting along good, and it's good to see that the T8 did not go over into field 32, 34. How are we doing actually on soybeans? Let me go ahead and do that. I know I still got one more field to harvest, which is field number 4. So just taking into consideration here at this point, like I said, I got one more field to harvest, which is field number 4, and that would be. Let's see, how do I put this here? I'd probably be better off when I show you on the map. We'll see how much we're getting for yield this on canola. Canola and sunflower should almost be the same in harvest on yield. Let's go ahead and unload that. Actually, I turned that truck off. And getting stuck in the silo. Now the tree. Let me out. So far, well, there's 250,000 liters right there. I'm going to guess I'm probably going to get maybe like 25,000 liters off field number 4. So we can say now 300 liters? Okay, there's more in that trailer than I thought there was. Yeah, so we'll just say like just a little over 300,000 liters. And that is now we got to include this field for next harvest because this field is new to the mix, and also we'll be adding field number 10, and plus we'll be expanding field number 10 down to field 11 and 12. So we're going to be adding quite a bit amount of field here as well. So we're getting along pretty darn good. How many more fields we got left up here? So yeah, we know this is quite expensive. Then we just got these up here, and that's all the fields that we have to finish buying, and then of course the $12.5 million loan that we still have. As we look in here, no, it's still right there, $12.5 million. Yep. But the expenses today is $658,000. Land purchases as well. That was past midnight. Well, that was this morning, actually, in theory. Yeah, yesterday, $3.5 million. So we're doing pretty good here on the farm. Getting new equipment up here. Am I done? I don't know. May I trade in that seed drill? It's a possibility I might. Let's see, how much does that drill cost? Only 200 grand? I don't know how much I'll get for the Pronto. I think the Pronto costs like 100,000 brand new. I'll probably get like 40,000 for it at best. So it's going to cost me like $160,000 for that seed drill. I don't know. We'll see how Frank gets along doing what he's doing. But yeah, the fields are just getting to be bigger and more work to do up here, so bigger implements are needed. The only question is, does the class tractor have enough horsepower with the hills around here to do a well enough job? Actually, wait a minute. Something just hit me. I think the Pronto requires... No, that only requires 270 horsepower. So that's way less. Oh man, never mind, Peanut. You've spent enough cash and done enough. It's time to start saving up and get that loan down below 10 million at some point. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you next time right here on the Pacific Northwest. But until then, have a good one.